Hello there. The UK Brexit negotiator David Frost is not backing down over the UK taking back control of fishing. Prepare for a no-deal Brexit. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily, and a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. Just as the going gets really tough in the post-Brexit trade deal negotiations, the talks had to be put to a stop because the EU side cried off, claiming they'd been hit by COVID. So they've reverted to remote online discussions as so-called deadline after deadline rushes past. As ever, the three main areas of contention remain state aid rules and the level playing field, governance of any agreement, i.e. who's ultimately in charge, with the EU demanding it's them, and of course access to UK fishing grounds. And it seems that it's the fisheries aspect that remains front and centre, the most important to both sides. Forget the claims of how economically unimportant fisheries are both to the EU and the UK. Control over UK waters is an iconic thing, a political statement, the yardstick of victory, the litmus test of Brexit. And one point to note: the argument is not about our fishing community demanding access and control over EU waters, is it? No, it's all about the EU maintaining access and control over the UK exclusive economic zone. Don't lose sight of that singularly one-way demand from Brussels. As the CEO of the National Federation of Fishermen's Organisations, Barry Dias, told The Express, "If there's no fisheries agreement, then EU vessels don't have access to our fish in our waters, and they fish in our waters 5 times as much as we fish in their waters." While one French fisherman said that he does 100% of his fishing in UK waters. And that's a lot of leverage for UK negotiators. As a result of the UK's man Lord David Frost standing so firm, one EU source told The Express, "Contingency measures need to be readied in case of a no deal. The plans for the issues we'd foreseen in 2019 need to go through the European Parliament and Council. Time is getting tight." In layman's speak, it means they've still got oodles of work to do on their own no-deal Brexit planning. It seems that France, Belgium and the Netherlands are demanding that the EU Commission gears up the no-deal planning, with the Belgian Prime Minister Alexander De Croo telling fellow EU leaders during their video conference yesterday, "We can't keep hoping for a good outcome. There might be one, but hoping alone is not enough. We have to start our contingency planning. French President Emmanuel Macron and Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte have made similar statements." I like the comment, "We have to start our contingency planning." I was under the impression that the EU Commission had completed all that work and was using it as negotiating leverage. Maybe all they've done is produced a lot of paper with no substance behind it. I mean, if the Prime Minister of an advanced nation like Belgium is saying such stuff, then you have to take it as fact. Now, with 41 days to go, do you think they'll make it? To be honest, I'm not sure they'll have a working budget in time, let alone no-deal Brexit procedures. And with no budget, their pandemic rebuild fund also looks to be in serious jeopardy. Now, if they were to sign the deal that the UK is proposing, then all their Brexit problems, or most of them, would evaporate, leaving them free to deal with their internal squabbles with the likes of Hungary and Poland and get their budget sorted out. And far from being close to a solution on this, it appears that opposition to the proposal to tie rule of law requirements into the EU budget proposals is gaining ground. The BBC reports, in Brussels, a high-stakes game is being played in which the jackpot is worth €1.8 trillion, the total value of the EU budget until 2027, plus its €750 billion coronavirus recovery fund. On one side of the table sits 24 of the member states, backed by the European Commission and a majority in the EU Parliament. Facing them across the table are Hungary and Poland, with Slovenia preparing to play a supporting role. With the central issue being that Brussels wants to guarantee member state compliance to its policies by tying them to access to EU funds. As the BBC puts it, the EU wants to link the behaviour of member states with access to EU funds by means of a rule of law mechanism. In other words, pursue policies that the EU feels are in conflict with its core values, and you lose access to EU funds. Ah yes, the old so-called EU funds thing. Now, the Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz is all for the EU telling member states how to behave. He said, "Now that taxpayers' money is being made use of to such an unprecedented extent, we should pay careful attention that our values are adhered to." With the obvious political interpretation being that if governments of member states don't behave, then their countries won't get funding, with the repercussion being that the voters in that recalcitrant member state will throw that government out and replace it with a more EU-compliant one. But the Hungarian PM Viktor Orbán calls these budget proposals a threat to national sovereignty, while his Justice Minister, Judith Varga, said the EU was engaged in ideological blackmail. The Polish Prime Minister, Mateusz Morawiecki, said, "We say yes to the European Union, but no to being punished like children, no to mechanisms that mean Poland and other countries are treated unequally." Now there is another Orbán, Ludovic Orbán, who is the Prime Minister of Romania, which lies on the eastern border of Viktor Orbán's Hungary. They are not connected other than by a border. Anyway, Ludovic Orbán is on the other side of the argument, and according to Politico, he said, "The governments of the countries that oppose this conditionally must understand that it is necessary to build public trust around this programme, which is extremely important for relaunching the economy of the whole of Europe for the benefit of citizens in Poland and Hungary. I don't believe that a government can tell its own citizens that this plan should be blocked. All taxpayers from EU member countries should have the guarantee that the money is used correctly." So it seems that instead of wearing down the opposition in time-honoured EU fashion, some member states have taken inspiration from the UK's recent rock-solid stance and decided to follow suit, with the result that the EU budget is log-jammed. Good to see the British bulldog spirit having an influence, isn't it? Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below, and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So what do you think about all of this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.